Okay, on tonight's video, I want to just show from the day what I thought was the clearest trade setup today, and point out a couple of things about it. The trade that I'm talking about is a short trade from 1408, or the touch on 1408 that happened shortly after lunchtime and moved downwards relatively quickly. That was a good profit, and it came quickly. And the points I want to make on that is, first of all, that you can see that the action into that point, starting with the low that was in the mid morning, came up 4.25 points, down 2.5, up 4.25 points. So the price action into 1408 was a double drive in price action. Coupled with the double drive was the globex high right here. And the point I want to make there is that it's important that you, in addition to watching your regular trading hour chart, also have a 24-hour chart going so you can see the different highs and lows and different fib ranges that sometimes set up on globex that are important during the trading day, that if you're not watching it, you will miss some things. This is the move higher on the release of the CPI data an hour before the open, and this line is designating the market open. So you can see that we went double drive into the globex high, and that was our short trade, or our short setup right there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move in for a closer look on this down move to show you how, once I'm involved in a trade that is moving and working, how I keep a close eye on it and also am able to basically get the most out of it. And I'll click it over here now to what is a 2000 volume chart. What you can see here is the touch on 1408 right here, and then you can see the reaction as it's coming down. Now if you look at it on this chart, you can see that it was relatively uniform and a relatively straight slope, so to speak. A nicely channelized move lower until we got down here to 037504 right here, and then we started to see a reaction here. And again, you can also see that this reaction from this level is very clear, even by the third bar here. What I want to compare this to is, well, you were looking at the 5-minute earlier, and you saw what that looked like. The 5-minute surely isn't going to visually give you any signs of reversal early until the 5-minute bars start closing green instead of closing red. What I want to compare to next is a 1-minute chart. You can see the same move on the 1-minute chart doesn't look nearly as uniformly sloped as it did on the 2000 volume chart. The 2000 volume chart had one bar that was maybe out of sync, so to speak, right here, but on the 1-minute you can see it came off quickly. Then we have two sideways bars, then another down bar, but then a green bar matching that red bar, then a red bar that is still at the top end of these two bars, and in the range of these three bars, then one big down bar, then a couple of green bars that are effectively moving the price lower, and then we have it moving down all the way into 037504. And at that point it would be hard to say or pick exactly what or when this is reversing, even as it comes out of here, just based on the non-uniformity of the look on this move. the reason that we were looking for a change in the structure of the volume, or the steadiness of volume on this move coming into the 0304, is because of some geometry was there. I'll pull that up so you can see it. Here you can see the 037504 area was a 50% retracement, which the software is keeping track of here for us. And also was a 1-to-1 with our earlier decline on the day of -4 points before we made the double drive up of the 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and then we are coming back here. So anyway, the 04 and 0375 area was an area that we were targeting that had a bit of a confluence. You could see on the 2000 volume chart the uniform volume distribution down into that point, and having hit our target, then we could watch very closely for a change in the nature of the move, a change in the volume, and we could see that as well very clearly on the 2000 volume chart. So aside from that, just want to remind you again, 24-hour chart, keep track of where the globex has been, because there's always important information on there that you don't want to be unaware of during the trading day. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.